Welcome to the Deep Dive into Success podcast. Jason and Rebecca are ready to fuel your next move. Every insight here is a spark. Ignite change. Seize the moment. Take action today and shape your tomorrow. Check us out by listening. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to receive notifications when new content is available.
Welcome back. So today, we're on a bit of a mission, actually. We want to find that simple secret to a calmer life.
Right.
You know that feeling, right? You get home, pull in the driveway, and you just have zero memory of the drive. Pure autopilot. Well, we're doing a deep dive into how to break free from that busy brain chaos.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is, the answer isn't some super complex technique. It's mindfulness. But it's not about, emptying your mind. It's really just paying attention on purpose to right now without judging it. And the why is key here. It creates this tiny, tiny space between something happening and how you react. So you get to choose your response. It really boosts mental clarity.
Right, that ability to choose. That's what we're after. Okay, so let's unpack these 5 practical daily habits for beginners, starting with number 1, the anchor of awareness, which sounds like strength training for your attention.
It basically is. Think of it like reps at the gym, but for your focus. You start small, maybe just 5 minutes, and you use your breath as the anchor, something physical to come back to. The main thing isn't to stop thoughts you can't, really. The actual workout part is just noticing when your mind wanders off. You just acknowledge it, maybe label it thinking super gently, and then guide your focus back to the breath. That coming back without beating yourself up, that's the key repetition, builds resilience.
Okay, simple. But how did that work in practice? Like with Alex, the student in our sources, she used to panic just seeing an exam coming up. What did that anchor do for her?
Well, Alex learned to use that little space we talked about. When the panic started, heart racing, sweaty palms, the drill, she'd pause. She'd actually observe those feelings in her body, and she learned to label it like, this is fear. And because she could just see the fear instead of getting totally swamped by it, she kept some control. She could then choose a helpful response, like opening her textbook instead of just, spiraling.
That choice changes everything. Which kind of leads into habit 2, intention before action. But I can already hear people thinking, wait, I barely have time for coffee, let alone setting some internal compass before my day starts. Is this actually doable?
It absolutely has to be. And it's fast. It's just the first few minutes, not a to-do list. That's different. It's like, stop, take maybe 3 deep breaths, ask yourself, okay, what kind of person do I want to show up as today? And then just set one single word, like patient or focused or even listener. We saw Ben, the designer, use focus on creating value. So when a really demanding email landed, instead of just firing back, he remembered his word, paused, and decided a quick call would be better. It kept his day aligned with what mattered to him, not just reacting.
Okay, so we've got the anchor, we set the compass, but how do we stay present when the day gets hectic? That pulls us right into habit 3, sensory immersion. Mindful eating is a great example here. I totally admit I've inhaled lunch reading emails, no idea what I ate.
That's pure autopilot eating.
Yeah.
Mindful eating is just removing the distractions, really focusing on the senses. What does it smell like, look like, the texture? Chewing slowly. Sarah, the accountant, she actually noticed the snap of an apple, the granular texture, just by slowing down. And that naturally helped her make healthier choices because she could actually feel what was satisfying versus just, empty.
And this sensory focus works outside too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Mindfulness in nature. When you tune into your senses outdoors, maybe the feel of tree bark, or really listening for one specific bird call, it triggers what psychologists call soft fascination. It actually restores your attention without that feeling of mental strain you get from intense focus. Maria, the project manager, she uses a 15-minute nature transition on her patio after work. Helps her consciously put work thoughts aside so she walks in the door actually present for her family.
That's great for transitions, but we also need quick resets during the day, right? Without needing a whole patio session. What's a good way to hit that mental reset button quickly?
Yeah, for those moments, we use the STOP method. It's super easy to remember. An acronym. S is for stop. Just pause whatever you're doing. T is take a breath, a conscious one. O is observe what's going on. Thoughts. Feelings, body sensations, just notice. And P is proceed. Continue with more awareness.
Sounds like a really practical little intervention.
It is. Kevin, the sales manager, he actually set an alarm for 3:03 p.m. every day just to force a STOP. One day, it went off right after a tough client call. He stopped, observed, and noticed his jaw was clenched, angry thoughts swirling. Just seeing that helped him pause. He avoided snapping at a colleague nearby and could respond much more rationally.
Okay, so tying all these 5 habits together, what's the big picture takeaway here?
Well, leading a mindful life isn't really about achieving some, mystical state of constant bliss. It's much more about these small, consistent shifts, tiny adjustments in how you show up moment to moment. When you practice returning to the present again and again, you build real mental clarity, real resilience against that feeling that life's just sort of happening to you.
You stop driving on autopilot. Exactly. So here's the challenge for you listening. Just choose one. Maybe the breath anchor for 5 minutes. Or setting that one-word intention in the morning. Just one. Try it consistently for a week. And just notice how quickly that little bit of space starts to give you back the power to choose how you want to live your day.
Thanks for diving deep with us on this episode of the Deep Dive into Thriving Successfully. We hope you found a quick hack to take action on today. If this episode moved the needle for you, please take 1 second to hit that follow or subscribe button on your favorite podcast platform. It helps us reach more people who want to start thriving. Our content is 100% based on listener requests. We want to cover the topics you struggle with. Drop your episode suggestions in the comments or send us an email directly at deepdive@lfeg.info. And the best way you can help us is to share this episode with a friend or colleague you care about. Let's build a thriving community together. Until the next dive, keep crushing your goals.